Pennsylvania, who qualifies as a family caregiver? I'm Jill Horner. This is Comcast Newsmakers. With me is Pennsylvania State Representative Jim Cox. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Let's start there with a family caregiver. It's defined by law who these individuals can be.
Correct. Under Act 150, there's an attendant care program that's been put into place, and it essentially allows everyone, related or unrelated, to be a caregiver for an individual who needs assistance, everybody except for the spouse. And so that's created a kind of a crazy situation here in Pennsylvania.
And we're talking about the medical assistance waiver program under which these family caregivers are defined. But is this a program where individuals are actually reimbursed for the care of a loved one or friend?
The design of this is it allows them, it provides a level of reimbursement for care. It allows them to provide the care, and then if they're taking time away from work, it gives them the ability to miss a few hours of work or to not have to work as many hours in order to care for their loved one. But there is a cost to that, as you can imagine. But we have a program in Pennsylvania for those who are financially in need of it, and people who otherwise qualify are finding that they're not able to have their spouse care for them, even though that's the person who may best be able to care for them.
You've actually introduced a House resolution that would study the potential impact of expanding the definition of family caregiver to spouse, and there was one particular story that actually served as the catalyst for this resolution.
Yeah, I had a couple in my district. It's Carrie and Sherry DeTemple, and they are fully aware of me putting it out there, and they are very public about this concern. They would love to see something changed, and so their story was that they were married for 41 years. And for a period of time prior to the situation I'll describe in a moment, for a period of time, the DeTemple's daughter cared for Mr. DeTemple. And it reached a point where she said, I'm not able to do this any longer. But the wife said, Mrs. DeTemple said, I'll step in and I'll be able to do it. She learned very quickly that she would not be able to and still be able to be provided the same assistance her daughter had been receiving. So somebody who knows him, loves him, knows the ins and outs, all of his medical needs, his emotional needs, and can be there to support him in every way, is unable to provide the very care that he needs.
And as such, this couple actually got divorced in order for her to then qualify for this program?
That's right. They exhausted every possible avenue that they could find. They contacted every legislator, every governor, around the country, everybody who would listen to them, they contacted in an attempt to get somebody to make some changes for them. It's a change in the law that would be required ultimately. But what we're looking at doing is preventing what happened to them from happening. They ended up saying, hey, we're going to get divorced because if we can't be married and have my wife care for me, we're going to get divorced so she can care for me as somebody who has no legal responsibility for me.
And we just have a short time left, but your House resolution, this is 241, is not actually requesting a change in the law or a change of status of family caregiver.
That's right.
You want a study commission in order to find out the potential implications of changing the law.
Absolutely. I realize this is a big step because you want to avoid abuse of the system, and there are situations where I can look at and say, you know, a husband or wife might abuse this situation and take advantage of Pennsylvania taxpayers. This says, what will the financial impact be? What will the long-term ramifications be? And it's a study. It's a good first step, I believe, in getting to the bottom of this problem.
Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.
We've been talking with Pennsylvania State Representative Jim Cox. I'm Jill Horner for Comcast Newsmakers.